The date is December 3rd, 2012, and it is Meta Monday here on your daily dose of D&D. Hey guys, welcome to Meta Monday, where we talk about players and DMs and the interactions between them. But first, some channel news. We're now in our having passed 2 successful weeks. I'm starting to run out a little bit of some ideas on some of the segments, but I think I'm starting to figure them out. I'm not getting quite as much feedback as I'd like, so please don't be afraid to leave a comment. Even if you have to tell me that my sound quality is horrible, I'd rather have that comment than no comment. So please leave comments here. That'll really help me grow as a developer and a D&D expert guy. I also plan to get a new computer here in the next day or so, and that will probably increase the quality of my camera and my microphones and possibly my editing software. So hopefully that will help, but you might not know a difference. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Okay, I think that's enough for channel news today. On to our topic. Today we're talking, this will be the first episode actually, about metagaming. An odd term that covers quite a lot of stuff, but the Dungeon Master's Guide defines it as treating the game like a game and not like an adventure. So today we're going to be talking about numbers, and that's pretty much it. In later episodes we will do player knowledge versus character knowledge and so on, but for right now we're going to be talking about numbers. There's a lot of numbers in D&D. The entire combat system is based around taking one number, adding it to another number, and comparing it to a third number to see if you get to add other numbers to subtract from another number to see if something's still alive. There's a lot of things that go on numerically as well as mechanically in D&D, and you need that to make the combat I don't want to say balanced, but playable, because otherwise some people will just hog the spotlight and it won't be fun for some people. But the numbers do bog down the game, and they also subtract from the experience, where you're suddenly looking and saying, oh, it's a game. And when this happens, there's a lot of times where we could roleplay it, but it's much simpler not to. One common example of this is hit points. In 4th edition, we have the bloodied thing, of course, and that's fairly easy to describe. But for just general hit points, how do you know that a fellow player at the party needs a healing surge, unless you ask him, outright, do you need healing, or ask him how many hit points he has? Is a common way for me to do it. Sometimes the DM will make me, try and roleplay it, and I, make like a heal check or something to see if he's bloodied. But that's not fun, it's when we're working as a group to try and kill stuff, it's convenient to be able to ignore the fact that we're in a story and just work together to try and kill stuff, using numbers, using bonuses, whatever else we need. And really the big problem here is that numbers oftentimes replace descriptions of things. Like when you're describing your character, I've heard people go down and read off their ability stats to explain exactly who they are. And that's not what it's about. What it's about is the fact that I'm pretty dexterous but kind of stupid. And that should be a lot of information that we need to know. And as we develop with the character, we'll be able to learn more about who that character is. Leveling is another thing that brings us a little bit out of the game. A lot of things revolve around experience and levels, and it's kind of hard to describe why people go to sleep one night and then wake up the next night being able to cast bigger spells, or just be able to deal a lot more damage. In stories, you end up having like training montages and people spending years upon years learning how to do stuff. But in D&D, you kind of learn how to do things overnight, and that kind of pulls us out of the game. That's one of the reasons why in our little campagnettes, one of the good things about it is we don't ever have to worry about leveling. Our group doesn't ask about XP. I've never given out XP as a DM because, just with how we do our group, each person running it is going to be about a level, and and that level doesn't mean anything. And now that we're starting to go back to the old school longer ones, we're still not giving out experience points. The DM will just tell us one day, okay, I think that's good enough. After this extended rest, you guys are leveling up. So next time we play, bring your leveled character. And so we will, and hopefully that'll happen pretty soon, because I need to replace my dailies. One of the things that these numbers create is a trap. Power gaming. It is very easy to fall into thinking, only of dealing the most damage, or, guaranteeing that you hit, or whatever. And, that's fun. I love my Weird Build Wednesdays, because I seriously get to build way weird things. And it's a lot of fun, but it also distracts a little bit from the story and from the character. And oftentimes you end up with a character, like Banhammer is one of mine, that will have to do one of these points, or Whiplord. And those aren't really good names for them, because they don't mean anything to the actual character, or who the character is. It's just a description of what they do. And that's not any good, when you're trying... You can't roleplay off of a role. So I think the moral of the story, for players at least, is to remember that your numbers are there just to kind of let you get the mechanics to work. But the mechanics are not the important thing. The story is the important thing. It actually goes having fun, the story, and then the mechanics. So the next time that you're in a party and you're the fighter and you really need healing, don't just say, "Help, I'm down to less than a surge less." Say, "Healer, I really need a medic here!" And try and bring some character into it. Welcome to your DM's Corner Day. We covered a lot of what I wanted to talk about from the player's side, but it works from you guys too. It's important that when you're bringing that monster out, you don't just say, "Oh, it's a bunch of level 1 goblins." Describe the goblins with their little chittering teeth and their glistening eyes, wielding their stone clubs, and how they're going to come and try and rip you to shreds. And it brings those level 1 goblins more to life for these players, because they're not like, "Oh, level 1 goblins, that's like 15 hit points. Yeah, we can get this." I think it's actually 39 for a level 1 goblin. If you know, leave a comment below. It's important to remember that in the Lord of the Rings movie, Boromir didn't say, "Oh, they brought a level 16 monster." He said, "Oh, they brought a cave troll." And there's a distinction there between what the monster is numerically and what the monster is stormerically. Literally? Literarily. Bibliarly. Figuratively? Story-wise. We'll just go story-wise for now. If you can think of an adverb with a "ly" sound, please leave it in the comments below. I really want that word. But with my lost train of thought, it's important for the monsters that you bring into the game to be story elements. That their players' characters should be feeling afraid, or should be feeling whatever emotion that you want to evoke from bringing this monster into play. Closing remarks, nothing really remarky today. I'm still doing the glasses off thing, so there's no reflection, and I get computers. I'm probably going to do this for a while until I come up with, like, real type of things. I mean, I know the Vlog brothers probably can get away with it, but they put a lot of effort into wearing glasses on vlogs. I'm just going to skip it for a while, so just remember that I actually wear glasses. I think that's it today. If you honestly like this video, hit the like button down below. If you'd like getting a daily dose of D&D, hit the subscribe button up above, and I'll be able to come every day into your subscription box so that you can get a little bit more. If you know someone who needs to see this video, hit the share button down below, or go up to the top to the address bar and grab the address and send it to whoever you need to do. My name is Matt Wankow, and this has been your daily dose of D&D. If you guys stay online, I will see you next time.